Hi there guys and welcome to another Train Sim 2018 video. Today we're on a route that I've covered, but I've only covered a tiny little bit of it, and that was a previous version of it. So today we're on the XC route, or the cross-country route, and we're travelling from here at Bromsgrove just into Birmingham New Street. This is just a short video to show you the bit into Birmingham New Street and everything like that. One thing I have to say is this route is work in progress. There will be some missing assets here and there, but it's just to give you a heads up of what you can expect if you head over to XCROUTE.com and download this. The route itself is 190 miles. It's Cardiff Central to Bristol Temple Meads, and then there's the 90 miles from Bristol Temple Meads to Birmingham New Street, 56.4 miles of the South Wales main line between Cardiff and Gloucester, 5 miles between Abbotswood Junction to Worcester Foregate Street, and also the Westerly Oil Terminal. This does include some lovely bits like the Licky Incline and things like that, and it has some massive scenario potential. It's not been widely known about. I know Super Elves has been a massive push for this, and he was the one that brought it to my attention anyway. It's so far so good for me. I'm really impressed with it. So we'll get going, and we'll have a look while we're there, which is not 170. It's just a simple one. It's only 30 minutes. It's just to keep you going. So let's get started. Right, let's do some lights on. Let's open our doors. So we're going Bromsgrove University and Birmingham New Street. So only 15 miles. I will cover more of this route as it comes. I've got to play around with some of the scenarios and update a few of them and things like that before I can run them fully. Also, I think there are one or two bits and pieces that I still need to complete the route. I will try and get there. So the core route requirements are AP Station Plaque, which is included with lots of other routes, DTG Southwest Coastal, DPS Cross City version 1. I haven't got that installed actually, I should do. Jetgris Birmingham 2010, UK Pro LED signals, Just Trains Chiltern Mainline, Just Trains Scottish East Coast Mainline, West Coast Mainline Trent Valley, Goblin Line, John Griffiths Birmingham 2010 route, Just Trains Western Main Lines, Newcastle to Edinburgh, Col off Lacouche, London to Faversham, South to Carlisle, South London Lines, JLS Loot Level Crossing Pack, UKTS freeware packs, all of them basically, and then there's all the scenario stuff after that. So yeah, it takes quite a lot. So yeah, it's all this is version 1. So the Licky Incline itself, it's like steepest. It's still the steepest bit of mainline track in the UK. I'm not sure. One of them. The reason I'm doing this is this was a very similar run to what I did on my stream a couple of nights ago, a couple of weeks ago actually. It was very impressive, just haven't got around to doing a video, and it's only because I saw this scenario that I went, oh, that'll do. I also haven't got the texture upgrade for the 170 installed, which I've just noticed. And of course London Midland aren't operating anymore, they've changed over, haven't they? But as you can see, the detail on this route, again, from freeware creators, is just becoming better and better. So I'm really impressed with it. I don't know the this section quite well. I think as far as I really went was like Selly Oak on this stretch of line. I've never been further down it, so further up that end of the track I can tell you whether it's accurate, and I already can. It is. It looks lovely. But it's cool. So this should be coming up to the lead up to Christmas. This will probably be out today. So I'm just trying to give you guys, pump out as many of these freeware routes as I can. Just because the Steam sale is due to start today. It's the 21st of December, and the Christmas sale is due to start, and Christmas, people having a bit of Christmas money and stuff like that. I'm hoping that you'll see one of the routes you like and go and buy the prerequisite stuff from Steam so you can run these wonderful routes that these freeway guys are really pumping out for us. It's just a fair old climb. You can imagine doing this with a nice 60 with a couple of TEAs on the back, can't you? So as much as it does need a lot of payware stuff, there's actually a few freeware bits in there as well that you require, so it's not end of the world. I've still got to put in the DPS Cross City. I did have it installed on my old setup, just not on this one. And Jet Griff's Birmingham 2010 and JLAS Loot Level Crossing Pack, I haven't got either. I'm not sure how New Street itself is going to look when we get there. When I last ran this, it was not. I was missing quite a bit on top of it, but the platforms and stuff itself are all there. You'll get the idea before I go and get all those, and then I'll be covering most of this route, if not all of it. I'll stick the frame rate counter up for you just so you can see that frame rate wise it's pretty spot on, really. 70 frames per second here. I haven't driven the snow, so I don't know what the AI is like. We'll soon find out, I'm sure. Hey, we're getting some acceleration now. 9 miles to university anyway, so fair whack to go. One thing I will say about this route and this website is keep checking back on it. The guys that do it, I haven't actually been in touch with them at all. They haven't got in touch with me. This was purely Super Elves that pointed me in the direction of this. But there was an update, and I didn't know that there'd been an update, and this was part of the update. So do keep checking back. It's now on my weekly update list, so I have a check of it once a week now, just to make sure. But it's nice, there's some good freight potential in this as well. Especially with the Marco terminal at Westerly. I mean, it's also really nice to see the Midlands itself starting getting a bit more attention in train sim. With the West Coast Main Line South, we got New Street as well. We've now got the cross-country route. that has it as well. So after not being touched for ages, it's creeping in. It's creeping in. And of course the Chiltern Main Line by Just Trains. We're getting Birmingham area covered. So I hope you guys are all near enough ready for Christmas. If you're watching this after Christmas, I hope you've had a very Merry Christmas. I, for one, finished work on Friday, and for the first time in 12 years, I'm off. Christmas, New Year, and the bit in between. What this does scream out for, though, of course, is the 323, which we don't have. And I, for one, would love to see a 323. I know there's people out there that really dislike them. I, for one, really do like them. Mainly because of BVE and the Birmingham Cross City route. It was a very nice simulation of the 323, and a very nice route, and still one that sometimes I play to this day. And then you've got the traction motor noise that they make as well, which is impressive. God, I can't wait for Armstrong Powerhouse announcement back on this. Just to even get the step braking right and everything would be lovely. Let alone the sounds. Nice bit of super elevation around this curve as well. It's pretty, isn't it? I mean, it is pretty. It's not something I'd say about the Birmingham area necessarily. But it is. So there's a milk bottle there. Look, there'll be a few of those until I can get all of it put in. But I thought with the seam sale and that coming up, I needed to get this out for you guys. It was on my list to do earlier on, but a few other things cropped up, like the ATPP, the Trains World, Rapid Transit, whatever it is, and also the Harrogate Loop route. I wasn't expecting that. There we go, we're approved anyway. So yeah, before anybody goes, Spad! It wasn't. I got permission. I had somebody the other day, I felt really sorry for him. Because as a lot of you will know, I'm very, very, very well known for spadding, missing stations altogether, overrunning, everything like that. I don't claim to be a professional driver by any stretch of the imagination. But unfortunately it wasn't a spad. I checked if I had permission to pass before. I did feel a bit sorry for him. Love the way the canal sort of slopes through and you see it on your different sides, just like in real life. It's very, very nice. A lot of it is platform assets that seem to be missing. I'm guessing they're probably going to come from the DPS or the Birmingham 2010 route. You start seeing that Birmingham city skyline. It's a bit cleaner than Birmingham, and that's done nicely. I think one of my only main peeves about this route, and it is petty, all right, it's not a criticism, is the use of the billboards. I like to see some of the I like that sometimes that people take a little bit of time to put stuff in on the billboards. I think it does liven up the route. We were speaking about the Harrogate Loop route looking lived in, and one of the things I think that makes a route look very lived in is having more real to life billboards. And you know, if you're not selling it or making any commercial gain out of it, you can use whatever you want. So that would be my only gripe, I think, really. I keep seeing this Crown Vic appear in multiple places. What route did I see it on the other day? The Riviera line. So those of you that have been on this bit of line will know this does look pretty realistic. And just for the people that were a little bit pedantic about my coverage of the Harrogate Loop, when I say realistic, I mean that it is a realistic representation of what is there in real life. I'm not saying it looks like 4K textures and things like that. No, we know the game engine can't do this, but for what we can get in Train Sim, they've done a very good job. One guy in the comments was very good about the game engine and did say, yeah, it's the game engine. And I said, yeah, we know that. So I'm not comparing this to Train Sim World. or real life. What did DTG call their sounds? An accurate interpretation. And I suppose that's what all of these are. Some are just more of an accurate interpretation than others. Oh. TPW. Oh, was that red? Even though I could have passed it. That's annoying. That's annoying. So that was most probably a spad because I didn't even see the signal, if I'm honest. Ah. That'll be why I didn't see the signal. Never mind. So yeah, make sure you have all the requirements, guys. Well, saying that, if I'd been paying attention to the AWS and used tab button, I would have known. I've now got green going through here, so I'm all right. Or a single yellow by that. And into red. No, because I've got the calling on there, so I'm all right. My two whites. So this has only been a very small section of this route, guys. A tiny little bit of this route. I should be doing 10 now. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've been able to have a look at it and see if you think this is something you'd be interested in or something you wouldn't be. So yeah, once I get the other routes installed, I'll do a full run for you, and then we should get something above New Street here. Because it looks a little bit bare up there just now, doesn't it? Say that, I don't know if those who've got all the requirements in have something there as well, I'm not sure. But New Street itself, when you're under here, is nice. Well, as nice as New Street can get, because let's be honest, it's not the nicest station in the world, is it? So this isn't so much a route showcase, this was just to show you the first little bit of the route, really, to get out there. If you like the sound of this route, get the stuff in the Steam sale. All right. So thanks ever so much, guys, for joining me. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe this video. And stay tuned for more freeware route stuff and some more APT stuff. Got my APT manuals and stuff, so we're all ready. And Christmas should be a bit of a giggle. So once again, guys, thanks ever so much, and I will catch you again next time.